So between protesters attacking Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders and DHS Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen, also First Lady Melania Trump getting slammed over her clothing choices, are women on the right who work for the president treated more unfairly than those on the left?
There is a ridiculous moment on the agenda today from the White House side. We've been noticing ridiculous situations with our administration for a long time, but to condemn it for dressing up is nonsense. Melania Trump has a history of being criticized for her outfits. I think it's pretty bizarre. Let's see what happened there.
Of course, there's a double standard. I mean, it's incomprehensible and indefensible, and anybody with a modicum of decency will admit that what's going on here is wrong. I can't even fathom a world where Obama's daughters are threatened with pedophilia by somebody in Hollywood in the same week that someone in his administration is kicked out of a restaurant with 7 members of their family just for wanting to eat. We would never hear the end of the claims of racism. This would not be allowed whatsoever, and it should not be allowed just because this is Donald Trump's administration.
The situation is rather ambiguous. There are 2 sides, and one of them claims that it is wrong and it cannot happen. Of course, I can agree with her because this act is quite ambiguous, and why it was necessary to do so is still a mystery. Let's hear more.
My response is that there are 2 issues at play here. There's the civility issue, which is what happened here with Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and I personally don't think that she should have been thrown out of the restaurant. I think you can have a conversation with someone about the beliefs and what this administration is doing without denying them service. We don't deny service to people for immutable characteristics. We can legally on the basis of political affiliation, but I don't think it was constructive and it hurts the debate. The other side to the issue is the fact that Republican women want to be deemed feminists, and they want to have the same kind of clout as women on the left who are actually advocating for policies that help women, whereas the policies out of this administration actually hurt them, like refusing to raise.
Women that work for the president, they wouldn't say that.
Of course, there is a problem of discrimination against women, and I am against it. All this is ambiguous, and it is not quite clear to me why and wherefore, what she meant at that moment and what she wanted to say. Was it a simple fight, or was it more than that? Maybe there's something behind it, something that's been building up for a long time. Let's keep looking.
And things like that.
Jess, please, I hate this selective feminism that we hear on the left all the time, okay? Well, don't make this a feminism issue, because it's not a feminism issue.
But it is,
when you're going out and attacking women, you're not, I'm not done, okay? When you're going out and attacking women, you are not a feminist. This is not defensible whatsoever. And you sit here and you say this because you care about mothers. The basis of this is that people are upset that illegal immigrants are being separated from their mothers. Why don't you refocus some of that energy to the black community? They've been having their families separated. In fact, it's subsidized in the black community. You appreciate single motherhood. You are giving more money to families for fatherless absence. So all of this selective fake outrage, when you guys do not have the same defenses for the black community, is really lost on me. And it's time's up on this altogether. I think the black community has had enough of you guys being selectively outraged for parents of illegal immigrants, but not for the parents of the black community who have been separated from their family for about 6 decades
all right,
now.
Whoa. She's been hit hard on this topic and will clearly stand up for black rights. She claims that discrimination against women is incomparably insignificant compared to discrimination against black people. That's right. We've all seen how black people can and do defend their rights. They deserve more and should never be put down just because of the color of their skin. To me, it's natural.
I think that what Kirstjen Nielsen did in initially coming out and lying about what this president's policy did, then having to backtrack on it, puts her in a very tenuous position.
That wasn't my question, though.
I think that people should have civil conversations about it, and certainly have every right as a public official to come up to her table and to call her out on her lies and this administration's lies. If she wants to leave because of it, that's on her.
Right.
But she should be open to that dialogue with the American public who is dissatisfied.
Candace, very quickly,
This is a very slippery slope. The left should stop this, because then you're basically saying that in the future this is going to be allowed in administrations that you do support. And as I said, the selective outrage for illegal families, when this has been going on in the black community, no one talks about the fathers that are separated, the fathers that are behind bars, the fathers that are buried on the south side of Chicago and in Baltimore. So again, this is completely, to me, seems like fake outrage, and I don't support it whatsoever.
The topic is controversial, and each side, as I said, has its own opinion. But the problems faced by our citizens should certainly be taken into account. What do you think about it? Write your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to watch other shocking news on our channel.